In this video, you will get bite-sized lessons from this #1 bestseller book. I'm offering this lesson to you for free as part of my company's mission to help you reach your music dreams and have fun along the way. You will find the playlist with all videos from this course in the video description and comments. There may be information in previous videos that will make the video you are watching now easier to understand. I recommend watching the videos in order. Hi, I'm Dan Spencer, author of the Best Music Theory book for beginners. Over 5,000 people have purchased this book, pushing it to hit #1 bestseller in its category on Amazon. Finally, if you would like to get this #1 book, the workbook, for free, along with quizzes, interactive flashcards, and more bonuses, links are in the video description and in the comments. And now, here is the next lesson and the Best Music Theory course, Level 1. In this lesson, you are going to learn about pulse. Now, a pulse is a type of rhythm. It's a group of identical sounds that repeats at the same volume, so the same loudness, and at the same speed. So it's not going to speed up, it's not going to slow down. No pulse is louder or more quiet than the pulse that comes before or after it. So a pulse is a group of completely identical sounds that are all exactly the same. There's no difference between them. And we can see from this nifty little graphic here that sure enough, we can see noise levels here. So this is talking about how loud something is. We can see time here. So this is talking about, well, how long are we listening to this for? And then we have our sounds and then silences, sounds. And we can see that all these sounds, they're exactly the same. And they have the same amount of space between them, and they're all exactly the same loudness or the same volume. Let's listen to the example of a pulse. Okay, every sound is exactly the same. No sound is different from the sound that came before, and there's an even amount of time between each sound. We're going to listen to it one more time. Okay, bringing it on back. Here it is. Listen to it. Exactly the same every single time. It's so the same that you can actually anticipate and feel and guess when the next one's going to come because it's so even. It's so reliable. So that's a pulse. A pulse is a type of rhythm because there sure enough is sound, and then there is silence. And we're hearing the pulse because there's sound, and then there is silence. I will see you in the next lesson. In this lesson, you are going to understand the second meaning of the word pulse. So as you learned in the last lesson, a pulse can be a sound that happens at even intervals of time, and every single time it happens, it sounds exactly the same, and it sounds so much the same that you can even start to predict and think about when the next sound is going to happen. In this lesson, you are going to understand the second use of the word pulse. And when we use pulse in this context, it actually means a feeling. So the word pulse can also describe the underlying rhythmic movement of a piece of music that is felt by you, but not seen or ever written down. Interesting, huh? So when you hear a piece of music, you might start to clap along with it. When you clap along with it, you are feeling the pulse. No one's telling you to clap along with it, but you sort of instinctively feel where to clap or where to bob your head. That's you feeling the pulse. So because pulse is subjective, that means you might feel a pulse different from how I feel a pulse, and we both feel a pulse different than someone else feels a pulse. Many different people can feel different pulses from the same music. So we're going to do a little experiment here so you can really understand and get a feeling for this second meaning of the word pulse. I'm going to put on a piece of music. I'm not going to do anything. You are going to clap along with the piece of music wherever it is you feel is right. There's no wrong answers here. Wherever you feel is the right place to clap along with this piece of music, you're going to clap along with it. Now, if you're somewhere where you can't make a lot of noise, just take 2 fingers and tap them on your palm like this. That way you're not going to make a big clapping sound, but you'll still be able to clap. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to this piece of music, and you clap along with it wherever you feel is the right place to clap along with it. Clap. Good. Keep it going. Keep clapping. Okay, now I'm going to give you a demonstration of different pulses. So perhaps you clapped here. Now some of you might be saying, no, that's not where I was clapping. I was clapping here. And still others of you might be saying, well, Dan, I wasn't clapping in either of those places. This is where I was feeling the pulse. All of those are the right answer. Pulse is subjective. You might feel the pulse as being here. Now, can you feel where I'm clapping? It makes sense. It feels right. This also feels right. As does this. So pulse is subjective, and this is the other meaning of the word pulse. So if you hear a piece of music and you nod your head with the music or you clap with the music, this is the pulse. So pulse can mean a sound that is the same every single time it happens. There's no change in the volume or in the way that it sounds or how it sounds. It sounds exactly the same every single time. You can also think of pulse as the feeling when you listen to a piece of music. I will see you in the next lesson. Oh, but it's not over yet. Click here to watch the next video lesson or up here for the full video playlist.